Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now.
I told her. She's denying I told her. Pathological liar. You lie about everything.
You gotta stop, okay? You
No,
gotta stop saying that because you're wrong.
Because that's right.
Nobody's
You
lying
about
okay?
everything.
Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the new episode of The Real Housewives of Miami. That's Season 6, Episode 6. Let's get started. We pick up with this party that Julia is throwing for Martina for being free of any illnesses, and the girls got a call from Lisa. The police went to her house. She will explain more when she gets there. But damn, there's always so many problems with her and Lenny. But they have to move on. So it's time for Julia to finally perform. She's been practicing for a while now, and now is her moment. So they get Martina, sit her in a special seat, and Julia gets on stage and sings with another opera singer. And as Adriana plays the piano, Julia sings. Martina was so surprised. Her reaction was everything. And Lisa got there just in time to listen to a little bit of the performance. And it was a beautiful moment. And Julia knows that she might have hit some wrong notes, but seeing Martina smile meant everything to Julia. It was very nice. So everyone after that is congratulating her. And it's time to just party, just have a good time. So it's time to figure out what happened. So Lisa says that she was getting ready for the party. Lenny entered her room as she was getting ready, and he was refusing to leave. And he kept saying, "This is my house. I can do whatever I want. I can be wherever I want." And then went as far as to say that his mistress would be a better mom. He said that in front of the kids. So she called the police. And listen, Lisa's house is amazing. It's wonderful. And I get it. Just by the simple fact that Lisa was married to him for all those years, she does deserve to be there. But with the amount of problems that she keeps getting with him and all that, she just needs to get out of that house. So then all the girls gather around and they check up on Guerdy, who is still going through it. And Larsa addresses the elephant in the room, and she says that she didn't know Guerdy didn't want her to say what she had. And Guerdy says, "Larsa, did you not hear me when I said that you were not supposed to say anything? Because you even made a joke about TMZ." But Larsa is so despicable. She asks, "Were you not going to tell everyone anyway?" And then she even goes as far as to say, "You're welcome." Because according to her, she did Guerdy a favor by telling everyone. I mean, wow, this isn't like some dumb little gossip or rumor that she spread. Like, this is someone's life. So you would think that Larsa would just say, "I'm sorry," even if she didn't mean it. But no. Guerdy asks, who the hell are you to be telling people about what I have? Stop. And Larsa wants to get up and play the victim. And Lisa is sort of advocating for Larsa. She tells Guerdy that she doesn't think Larsa had any bad intentions. It was genuinely out of concern. But that gets Guerdy mad, and it's understandable. So she leaves as well. Also, there's a point where Julia tells Martina that the real reason she missed her last radiation was because she was practicing for this performance. So that makes Martina feel a little bit better. And Martina also gets up on stage and wants to say in front of everyone that she was so surprised and was really pleasantly surprised by Julia's performance. So that was it for the party. It is then days later, and we see some B footage of the women doing their thing. And then there is this one scene with Lisa, Larsa, and Adriana. They're going to go hunt for a new place for Lisa to live. They're looking at condos, the expensive ones. There was one that they saw that was super nice, but it was $6.9 million. But it's Miami, so they're going to have beautiful views and stuff, but it's going to be tricky because Lisa is used to nice things, but $7 million is a lot of money. They talk a little bit more about Lenny, and Lisa is saying that Guerdy was being so angry, and Larsa agrees, and she says that she shouldn't be angry. Thankfully, Adriana was there to help explain to them that Larsa was wrong for telling the others instead of just letting her tell them. Lisa also mentions that she's gonna have a little girls trip. She's been working really hard on this new perfume, so she'll be inviting them to Palm Beach, have a good time, and stuff like that. And Larsa wants to know if she can bring Marcus. This girl is obsessed and a show off. Lisa says, yeah, no, because the mansion they're staying in only has 5 bedrooms, so there's not going to be enough space. I did laugh out loud when Adriana said, well, good thing for Marcus, so he can get a break, and he won't need to be effing her 5 times a night. But this trip will be fine. Moving on, Nicole takes her little son and is met with Julia and Alexia at this little nice farm, and it has like a little park and stuff, and they go and there's a lot of sunflowers, so they go snip some sunflowers, but it was really hard for them because they were terrified of the bees, and the bees love the sunflowers, but they did manage to get some. Nicole also shares that she took out her IUD and is on the process of getting pregnant, so that's pretty exciting. They get some smoothies and start talking about Lisa's situation, and as they're talking about Lisa, they get a phone call from her, so that was crazy, but all she was calling them for was to invite them to the trip. Alexia says, yes, it's gonna be awesome, but please promise me we're not gonna talk about Lenny. Alexia also, after the phone call, is just chatting with them, and she says to Julia that they should go shopping for the trip because Julia's been feeling pretty good lately. And then jokingly, Julia says, well, we could share rooms when we go to these girl trips. And Alexia just kind of jokes it off and says, I have to ask Todd for permission. And they just laughed about that. Okay, so this next scene is Guerdy, Marysol, and Kiki. Kiki was being so graphic, talking about the best sex she had the night before, and she felt like she was going to get a bladder infection. That's how good it was. They tell Marysol that she missed out on a lot by not going to Martina's party. Now, we know Marysol didn't go because it was Adriana's house, but she keeps saying that she had a medical procedure. When Kiki asks what procedure was it, Marysol says it's personal, and Guerdy says, yeah, you know what, I understand. Your medical procedures and diagnoses are personal. That's why I'm still mad at Larsa. So she starts to say that she's been feeling a mixture of emotions, disgust, anger, and sadness for what Larsa did. And Kiki asks, what would an apology look like? And Guerdy says that she will not accept any apology unless it's like, genuinely, I'm sorry for hurting you. Like, that's it. No ands, ifs, or buts, maybes, none of that. And even though Kiki is super close with Larsa, she agrees that she's going to have to apologize to Guerdy. So then we have another scene with Julia and Alexia, who are going shopping as they said they would, and they're having a lot of fun. It's interesting to see their friendship develop more this season, and they're trying on things and stuff like that. And when they were about to leave, Julia says, okay, well, now we have everything for the trip and now we can really be roommates. But Alexia acts super weird about it. She says, oh, well, you haven't talked to Adriana and I haven't talked to Marysol about who's sharing rooms, and I still haven't asked Todd for permission, but who knows, maybe he'll like it. What? Like, I get it. Maybe Alexia wants to stay with her BFF Marysol. That's understandable. But the way she went about it was a little weird. Maybe she was just trying not to hurt Julie's feelings, but I don't know. So moving on, all the girls go to Lisa's boyfriend Jodi's house because they're meeting there before leaving to the trip. Of course, Marysol is ignoring Adriana, and Larsa is also kind of ignoring Guerdy, but Guerdy has decided not to stress about this anymore. Like, she has enough going on. She just wants to have a good time. So they get on the road. It's about a 2-hour drive. They get in 3 different cars. In Lisa's car, she's talking about the incident that happened with the police and everything, but here's the thing. Things have been published in the press lately where the situations that Lisa had been saying have a very different perspective from Lenny's point of view. So I do think that Lisa might not be as innocent as she pretends to be. I'm just gonna say that. But in the car ride, Lisa just talking about Lenny and Jodi. So Guerdy and Marysol, who are there with her, tell her that she needs to stop talking about Lenny because there will come a point where she's gonna drive Jodi crazy. But Lisa starts to get freaked out by them saying that. She's like, stop, y'all are being so negative and stuff like that. Meanwhile, in the other cars, Nicole, Kiki, and Adriana are dancing to Adriana's Miami song. And then the other car, Larsa, Julia, and Alexia, they're singing opera. So these dynamics are everything. And they arrive to Palm Beach, and just look at this house. I mean, Palm Beach is where the real filthy rich people live. And it's like more silent. Like, they're not too braggadocious about their stuff like they are in Miami. So they get to the house. Lisa and Larsa will be sharing the primary room, and then everyone else can go and pick out theirs. Alexia and Marysol choose theirs. Guerdy and Nicole choose theirs. And Adriana and Julia are the last ones. They get the smaller room. So once they get in the room, Julia tells Adriana about her bringing up the fact that she wanted to be a roommate with Alexia. At first, Adriana thinks that Julia was saying that so she could go, but Julia was saying that she sat back and thought about these little comments, and for the fact that Alexia would bring up that she had to ask Todd for permission makes her wonder what she really means and things about her, like, and she's having doubts about their friendship, because if Alexia thinks that Julia is like some sort of predator or something just because she's married to a woman, then that's not cool, and she doesn't like that. So that's what she's been thinking about, and she shares that to Adriana. And that's the end of the episode. Next week, we'll continue Palm Beach, and it looks like some stuff will get heated between Lisa and Kiki. But as far as this episode, you guys, let me know. Do you think that Alexia was being weird about Julia because she's married to a woman? Or did Alexia just simply want to be in the same room as her best friend, Marysol, and just didn't want to hurt Julia's feelings? Let me know in the comments. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. You have a great one. Bye.